All right, Coach, and players from Birmingham-Southern, Coach, some initial comments on the game. Obviously, a fantastic start, and the guys just carried it through all the way.
Yeah, they just kind of responded, man. And Tristan came out and I think gave us a great start. It's a lot like the Super Regional. I think he kind of let us settle in. Obviously, scoring first helped and getting that big lead. But we were a little thin, stretching Hannon out last night and Richie. And I thought he did a great job just kind of maintaining and setting the table. And we kind of did what we've been doing, man. We pitched. We played defense. We had great at-bats. Just a fun game. Just a really fun game.
Coach, you've got a day off tomorrow, but your opposing team will still be decided tomorrow, and they're going to be using more pitching. Just talk about how important it is to have a well-rested pitching staff.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. But I think our guys understand that whichever team we play is going to be a really good team. We went through a 5-game regional. We were in a 2-team pod with both staffs, kind of thin on pitching. So, yeah, I think maybe it's an advantage, and I feel better about going into it, not, I think maybe being well-rested and not having to rely too heavily on our bullpen. But I don't think that our guys are going to look at it and assume that we have this huge advantage because at this point, man, I think it's going to be a battle, just like it was in that 5-game series, and it's going to be a scratch and a claw. But the day off is definitely welcome. I mean, that 5-game series, we barely got recouped in time for the Super Regional. Our guys were tired. And then, brought it in the Super Regional. And one of the guys from Hopkins before the game said, man, our guys are exhausted. And I just thought about what our guys have done, and I've seen zero exhaustion in our guys from that 5-game series to a Super Regional in extremely hot weather to 3 games past midnight here. And, man, I mean, I haven't had to say anything. They just show up and play, and there is no fatigue. There is no tired. And, we'll appreciate the day off so we can sleep in a little bit after these midnight games. And I think that'll help maybe getting back on schedule now that we're going to be playing an earlier game rather than, finishing at midnight and having to come back if we would have lost and played an earlier game. I think that would have been really tough, but we're happy.
Luke, Rich, it seemed you just go up and down the lineup and everybody contributed. Talk about how you work together as a team and how you build these big, long, crooked innings.
Okay, so yeah, I sit in the 8-hole, and I felt like kind of throughout this tournament, I kind of been struggling, having some frustration at bats, but at the same time, I'm sandwiched in between Alfredo and Cole, who are just lighting it up. They can't seem to miss a barrel, and we're at the bottom of the order, and we're getting just as much production, and so I'm pretty excited going into the game. No matter who's up in the inning, I know that we can get something started at any time.
Yeah, I agree with what Richie said. I mean, 1 through 9, Coach writes the lineup. Everybody takes a look at it. We're confident with what we have. Whoever's thrown, we feel confident in our abilities that we're going to find barrels and do our jobs.
So, Luke, as a freshman being here, how does that feel?
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's truly a dream come true. I remember I was 13, 14 years old. I went to the Vanderbilt, Virginia National Championship over in Omaha. And I'm sitting there, some teammates tournament kind of like this, not as big, but just took the moment and said, this could be something special. It's something you dream of, and not everybody can be a part of this. And I'm, truly blessed and honored to be a part of this team and contribute and take this team as well as the seniors as far.
And Richie, I know you said you feel like you've been struggling a little bit at the plate, but as a fan watching, your excitement every time you make a defensive play, your excitement when you slide home for the game-winning run, I think everybody kind of sees the energy you bring to the team. Is there anybody else that's on that level with you?
Well, I'm always trying to bring the most energy. That's something that's part of my game. But, I get lucky a lot. I'm always around. I seem to be around when the fireworks go off. But at the same time, it goes back to yesterday. I got to close out the game, but Hannah did all the dirty work and stuff. And, I got to slide in, but that's just good timing for me. This year is different. I feel like I've always brought energy, but this year, I'm getting guys that are matching energy. And I'm still competing to try and be that one guy, but we got a crazy dugout. I wish we should get more coverage in the dugout for our team.
So, Coach, I didn't say it already, but congratulations. I mean, this is amazing. You guys have been working and getting closer and closer every year to get here. How does it feel to really be in this moment?
Yeah, it feels great. I told these guys it was really weird. It's their approach has been unbelievable. Like Richie said, I mean, this senior class is unbelievable. I've had some great ones, 2011, 2015, 17. But this senior class, they compete extremely hard. They have a ton of fun, but they just stay calm. And their calmness, you know, you'd think that it would have been more exciting to say, man, we're playing for a national championship. But they just kind of, I don't know, I want to say they expected it, but they just faced these games and just went through them. But for the program, it's awesome. And it goes back to, you know, the guys in that first class, the first 4 years we went to Division III, 2008 through 2011, they couldn't compete for anything. Won 3 conference championships, no trophy. Couldn't go to the conference tournament with that classification period. And no scholarship players on the team or anything like that. And I told them, shared with these guys in the locker room, you know, I told these guys what this program could be. And it was all freshmen in 2008. And I said, someday we're going to be competing with the national championship, and I want to be amongst the top 15 programs in the country every year. That's your job. I know you can't go. And after their sophomore year, when a lot of them established themselves as all-region players, you know, a few of them thought about leaving and going somewhere where they could go to the postseason. And I guess I couldn't blame them, and they decided to stay and build something special. And we talked about the saying back then was, you know, trophies carry dust, but memories last forever. And Sam Hill, our All-American catcher from that group, texted me today, and he said, you know, that saying rings true. I'm so happy for you. You know, trophies carry dust, memories last forever. But then he went ... and he said, but empty shells carry dust too. So go get the trophy for us. And that's kind of what this is. It's about, I've gotten so many texts, and Ray's been here, from former players. They feel the pride, and they feel they are a part of this. Drew Breezy, who was with me for the first 10 years here, now the head coach at Center College, a huge part of this goes to him and all the other assistants that have been here and former players. The support we've had from the school, the fans, it's awesome. We feel great about it.